What is probably the single biggest issue in the world, certainly in America, it is...
Hi, my name's Nathan, this is the Future Game Show, and with the world eagerly devouring Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, our very own JJ and Dan from GTA sleuthing show GTAVIoclock have gone through the trailer frame by frame to pick apart the most exciting details. Here the boys analyse the potential story of Grand Theft Auto 6, who exactly Lucia and Jason are, and whether they really can trust each other.
Where I think now, let's really pull the veil back. What I do think one of the grandest thematics of GTA 6 will be, what is probably the single biggest issue in the world, certainly in America, it is, apart from, I suppose, inequality and all the other various things you talk about, it's essentially about the utterly binary nature of politics, belief, and the culture war. And the inability of people to relate to people from what they see as from the other side. This feels like one of the biggest problems in the world. In America, it's at a level beyond you see anywhere else. Rockstar, I would be staggered were they not to want to make a commentary on the nature of people affiliating with groups and never looking outside their current worldview. There's multiple ways they could do that. So one would be, like we've talked about, to have two characters like Lucia and Jason, who we assume are on the same side, brackets, they might not be, and then to also have this other layer, whether it's through social media. So you've got the characters who may or may not be lying to each other but are ultimately acting together, so they're approaching the shared problem from different perspectives, and you might see it from those perspectives. You will also have the distorting effect of the reporting. So in the same way that social media in real life is a battleground of people representing the truth to suit their agendas, could it be that social media is used in GTA 6 to represent or misrepresent events that you've already played or are about to experience? So the whole story is about you examining like the truth, quote marks, but from multiple perspectives, quite literally, whether it's first person, through a different character's eyes, from a different belief system, at a different level of chronology. That would feel like a really exciting way for GTA to say something super, super relevant.
So they drive away here. We get the scene of them both saying trust to each other, which, as we mentioned at the top, we think is going to play quite a significant role in the entire storyline of GTA 6. Who's trusting who? Is anyone going behind people's backs? That kind of thing. But it definitely implies here that they are in a relationship. Whether it's a relationship that they both know exactly what's going on in, who knows?
Yeah, it's a question of what are they hiding from each other, if at all. We talked about Lucia meaning light. It also means someone who's lucky in love. Is she the good person in the relationship? Is he the bad person? Is it not a case of good or bad, but just different perspectives? This seems to be the central tenet of the game, the idea of trust, and almost can love overcome trust, perspective issues. I just think that's what this game is going to be all about, is understanding of each other's scenario. And if Rockstar are able to get that message across to the world in their mass market game, sensational.
And then we get to the final shot of the trailer with them kicking the front door, and you can see the same red car that just drove away in the previous screenshot outside, ready for them to make their getaway. Same bandanas again, clearly about to rob this place, but this time coming in the front door. Maybe it's all connected and they come in the front door, they run into the back, they grab the money, they leave. Like, it could just be one sequence. We're just speculating that there could be two approaches here.
Where this scene becomes really interesting, obviously, is that it's body cam footage, it's first person footage. It's a different perspective from every perspective, as in it looks like you're playing here through the eyes of what we assume is the law, the brackets good guys, which I think itself is a concept that will be quite relative in this game. Some people are speculating that do you play as a policeman?
Me, I was speculating that.
Yeah, and we'll definitely talk about that. And do you play as a policeman? Do you have missions that are literally first person? Well, you kind of did, because GTA 5 let you pop into first person. So in itself, that's not a revelation. It's more that, what if there were mission types that were like this? Some people were saying, oh, what if the Rampage missions were in first person, and let you do things that way? Also, people are saying, does this scene contain the other lead character as we know it, Jason? Now, but I've seen it speculated both ways. But some people think, oh, look, it's Jason, he's one of the police. Someone else is saying, oh, is that Jason in the building they're breaking into? With the absence of a 4K screenshot and lots of lightning, I'm a bit not sure where to lean with that.
No, and I am leaning more towards that it's not him inside this apartment. It could be, and assuming that this is, stuff that you can interact with in the game, and as other people have said, that these aren't all just, TV shows that you can see in certain, in your apartment, or things that you can watch on the social network, and, there could be loads and loads of different TV shows, and this is just, the cop show that you watch in world. But assuming that this is something that, or a hint towards some kind of gameplay, I would lean towards that. I mean, like we talked about, that this, you are now playing as Jason, but in another guise. So the multiple, again, tin hat theory could be that you play as 3 characters in GTA 6, but 2 of them are Jason. And one of them is his character when he is with Lucia and trying to infiltrate some kind of gang or whatever the story is. And the other one is his role as a cop. And wouldn't it be a nice change of perspective if all of the cop things were from this kind of first-person perspective? So you instantly know which kind of side that you're on. When you're with Lucia, it's all third person, and if you go in to do police raids like this, could all be first person.
What I would like even further about that, if these sections, and if indeed they are sections, are played from the first person, Rockstar could obscure the fact that you're even playing as Jason, because you would never see him. So you could suddenly cut to a section like this where you're suddenly, oh my god, I'm playing as a policeman, and hang on, isn't this a different perspective on a scene I've just played as the burglars or the baddies, however you want to describe it? But they wouldn't even have to necessarily out your character as Jason in the moment. It could be a big reveal for later on. There's so much, within that's open to speculation.
So there you have it. If you enjoyed that clip, why not check out the full podcast over on the GTA 6 o'clock YouTube channel, with a new episode at 6 PM GMT every Wednesday. We've dropped the links below, and we'll have clips and highlights from the show right here on the FGS channel too. Oh, I tell you, we're too good to you.